What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Brian Watkins, and welcome to another edition of the Brian Watkins channel. My subject today is how sex robots could successfully replace the modern day woman for good. The reason why I'm making this video is for those of you who see this, those of you who might have crossed your mind, and those of you who aren't aware of it at all. And I want to explain it to you so that you'll be aware of it when it materializes in your world. Let's get started. Shout outs to all of my viewers for sharing, liking, and commenting, subscribing, viewing, supporting, and donating to my channel. I said it before and I'll say it again, for without you I am nothing. And I appreciate all of your support in those matters. Also, if you would like to make a donation to continue to help support and grow the Brian Watkins channel, be sure to go to my link in my description section and make a donation. It is definitely always appreciated. Shout outs to everyone. My new viewers, thank you and welcome. And if you haven't not hit that subscribe button, I recommend that you hit the subscribe button for two reasons. You can win cash, and also I make videos constantly. I also take video requests too. And those of you who are curious about the video requests that I take, I pretty much take them all. So give me your best shot. Continue to be on the lookout for more live streaming, my super chat, my clothing line, and more platforms to expand the Brian Watkins channel. And don't forget to smash that like button. So let's get started. Okay, here's why I say SEXBOTS is going to successfully replace the modern day woman, especially in the West. Most women of today have become so selfish. They're way too evil. So that right there is a reason why SEXBOTS are going to successfully replace them permanently. Now, don't get me wrong. Many will think, well, a machine? I'm going to have sex with a machine? It really isn't a part about the sex itself. It's what comes into play for the average man. And I'm going to share something with you. This is from, it's called Public Health Post, SEXBOTS, The Future of Fornication, written by a very powerful online blog. And it says here, robots are the future of sex, fitted for artificial intelligence. These human realistic SEXBOTS are programmed to engage in simplistic conversation, intimate basic emotion, and perform sexual acts with humans. This latest trend may seem like, I'll spell the word dystopia reality, but SEXBOTS are being created by companies like Real Botox in California, True Companions in New Jersey, and this other one, I'm just going to spell it, SYNTHEAAMATUS, and Altec internationally. Although the technology is relatively, I'm going to spell the word RUDIMENTAR. Experts predict that within a century, SEXBOTS will have artificial consciousness and perhaps robot personhood, legal status, and rights. Now, before I continue, you see how SEXBOTS are being put into society where the average man that's working and he's finished from work, he doesn't even have to be concerned about coming home to the average modern day women of the West who has a nasty attitude, extremely selfish. Most of them are promiscuous. Most of them are in debt, and most of them aren't dateable. Where even the ones that are extremely attractive looking on the outer surface means nothing because their insides is completely ugly. So I'm going to continue on the next article on again how sex bots could successfully replace the modern day woman for good. And I'll continue on this article I was reading previously. If people are having sex with robots that resemble humans, we must consider how this will impact human to human interaction and behaviors. This begins in the design phase where predominantly male consumers can customize sex bots to their preferences and fantasies. Sex bots tend to be white or Asian with hypersexual female bodies that reinforce unhealthy beauty ideas like extreme thinness, breasts and butts of extreme proportion, and flawless fair skin. This design of hypersexual female sex bots profoundly impact users' expectations of women's body and sexual performances. Now, and it says here, customization does not stop at user selection, the physical appearance. Consumers can even customize sex bots to have specific personalities. And I'm going to stop right there. Now, that's where the market of sex bots is going to continue to grow. I would say rapidly among male consumers because a man can customize a personality of a sex bot. It's like, okay, number one, I don't want her to have a personality like most women of the West. Because most women of the West do not care anything about a man at all. Period. And never showing any signs that they will ever be open to even taking on any of those type of personalities in the present or in the near future or in the distant future. And this is where sex bots is going to successfully remove and replace the modern day woman because of the fact she's became so, she's a narcissist. It really doesn't matter what color she is. It's just most of them are like that because if women were so great, how come MGTOW is rapidly growing? If women were so great, why are so many women more and more single and unhappy? If they are so great, why are more and more women getting on these dating sites if they're such keepers? We all know the answer. They're skank. So I'm going to continue with the article even more. It says here that True Companions offers Frigid Farrah, who is very reserved and does not always like to engage in intimacy activities. Sex bots like Frigid Farrah are programmed to be passive and explicitly fail to consent to sex, which enables user to stimulate rape. Wow. Sex bot companies program sex bots to either give passive consent or always being willing to participate. Sex bots companies program sex bots to either give passive consent by always being willing to participate in sexual activity or to deny consent. Both cases perpetrates rape culture and the belief that either sex partners are always ready for sex, and those that do not provide consent can still be dominated through force. And while some argue that sex bots are simply extravagant sex toys, their purposely human-like functions and appearance affirms belief that female bodies are objects to be used for sexual gratification, consensual and otherwise. And this is why I say that sex bots will successfully replace the modern day woman for good because the market is already growing for this. One of the dolls one can purchase one for $5,000. So even when women give services, you can watch my videos where I talk about I would say today's modern woman, she's ran her course. She's hit the wall. She's not going to be able to successfully compete against sex bots that are artificial intelligence because the average man is going to pick the sex bots over her. And it really doesn't have to do with the actual sex. Just the fact that he has the options to select what he wants from a woman versus a human one, she's gonna lose. How many times, fellas, have you went into customer service and they give you the worst service? See, she's gotten too comfortable. And this is why I'm saying it. Now, it says here that sex bots are here to stay. So public health professionals must become involved in the industry. We need to understand the nuisance of consent and the potential impact of technology on individuals and population sexual health outcomes. We need to be intimately involved in the development, design, and research of sex bots and their impact on health. As tech companies develop sex bots, artificial intelligence, they will play a greater role in determining what constitutes consent. Public health must inform these processes and hold companies accountable for their design choices. Public health professionals, sex health educators, and sexual and intimate partner violence advocates should neither ignore sex robots nor should they demand that they be banned. We must lead the conversation about sex bots can be safely integrated in our sex lives. Now, I'm saying that to say this is here to stay. So the average woman is permanently in trouble because she's too stupid and too set in her ways to even consider to recognize that she is about to become extinct. She'll rather still be what she is and become even more worse at it. And this is how sex bots will successfully replace the modern day woman for good. So tune in for more subjects on this. Put your comments in the comments section. I'd like to know what you think about it. Don't you go anywhere.